These are the questions made by me on Union Public Service Commission and State Public Service Commission chapters from the Lakshmikant book. What is written on the thumbnail of this video is absolutely true, and these MCQs are made in 4 parts, so you can watch the remaining parts by going through my channel. Let's start the question, and you have to solve all these questions. When question appears on your screen, you have to stop or pause the video and solve the question. After solving, you have to restart the video and have to listen the answer and explanation. Question number first, which is correct? First, UPSC is the central recruiting agency in India. Second statement, it is an independent constitutional body in the sense that it has been directly created by the constitution. Yes, second statement is correct. It is an independent constitutional body, that is, it is directly created by the constitution. SPSC is also independent constitutional body. First statement is also correct. UPSC is central recruiting agency. You have to focus on word recruiting agency in India. Recruiting and in India, because SPSC is the central recruiting agency in state and UPSC is central recruiting agency in India. And and the central personal agency in India is, I think this is known to you. Central personal agency in India is Department of Personnel and Training, and the central personal agency in a state is Department of Personnel or Department of Administration. So both of these are the correct statements, and we have asked for correct, so correct option is both, D. Question number 2, which is correct? Article 315 to 323 in part 14 of the Constitution contain elaborate provisions regarding the composition, appointment, removal of members, along with the independence, powers and functions of the UPSC and SPSC. Second statement, UPSC consists of a chairman and other members appointed by the Governor of India. Third, the SPSC consists of a chairman and other members appointed by the President of India. Options, only one, only two and one, none, all. Here second statement is wrong, third statement is wrong, and only first is the correct statement. So our answer is only one, that is A is the correct option. Why second statement is wrong? Because UPSC consists of a chairman and other members appointed by the President of India, and the SPSC consists of a chairman and other members appointed by the governor of that respective state. Question number 3, which is wrong? First, usually the commission consists of 9 to 11 members including the chairman. Here I am talking regarding both UPSC and SPSC. Further, no qualifications are prescribed for the commission's membership, except that one half of the members of the commission should be such persons who have held office for at least 5 years either under government of India or under the government of state. Here options only one, only two, none, both. First statement is correct. UPSC and SPSC both consist of 9 to 11 members, including chairman. 9 to 11 means they contain either 9, 10 or 11. Beyond the 11, they don't contain the members. And below the 9, they don't contain the members. The members should be, including chairman, between 9 to 11. Second statement is correct, but only 5 years is incorrect in that. So you have to remove this 5. You have to remove this 5 and place 10 instead of it. Then the second statement will become correct. Let's correct the second statement. Further, no qualifications are prescribed for the UPSC and SPSC membership except that one half. Remember this one half. Sometimes you will be given some other instead of one half. Of the members of commission should be such persons who have held office for at least 10 years, not 5 years, either under the government of India or under the government of a state. So our answer is only 2, that is B. Question number 4, which is correct? First statement, Constitution also authorizes the Parliament to determine the conditions of service of chairman and other members of the UPSC. Yes, this is correct statement, because both president and parliament has right to determine the conditions of service of the chairman and other members of UPSC. But if there is any if there is any dispute, if there is any dispute between these two, then UPSC has an edge over the president. Then the parliament has an edge over the edge over the president. Second statement, the chairman and members of the UPSC hold office for a term of 5 years. This is incorrect statement, because the chairman and members of UPSC hold office for a term of 6 years or until they attain the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. And for SPSC, they have tenure 6 years and until they attain 62 years. And for Joint State Public Service Commission, they have tenure 6 years or until they attain the age of 62 years, whichever is earlier. So here in correct option is, we have asked for correct statement, only one is correct. Option A is correct. Question number 5, which is incorrect regarding chairman and members of UPSC. First, they can relinquish their offices at any time by addressing their resignation to president. Yes, it is correct. Second, and this statement is also correct for SPSC also, because the members of SPSC are removed by the governor are removed by the president and appointed by the governor. Second statement, they can also be removed before the expiry of their term by the president in the manner as provided in the constitution and not in the parliament. So second statement is wrong, that is incorrect. So correct option is only 2, that is B is the correct option. Question number 6, which is incorrect? First, chairman and members of State Public Service Commission are appointed by the governor and they can be removed only by the president. Second statement, the president can remove them on the same grounds in the same manner as he can remove chairman or members of UPSC. Yes, both of these are correct statements. First statement, chairman and members of State Public Service Commission are appointed by the governor and they can be removed only by the president and not by the governor. Yes, both of these are correct statements, so correct option is none. C. Question number 7, which is correct? First, president can remove the chairman and members of UPSC and SPSC on the same grounds as of the members of National Human Rights Commission and State Human Rights Commission. You can have a look on the options and you can answer the question. Here first statement is correct because the grounds for removal of National Human Rights Commission, State Human Rights Commission and members of UPSC and members of SPSC are same. Statement second, UPSC decides all disciplinary matters affecting a person serving under the government of India in a civil capacity including memorial or petitions regarding to such matter. This is incorrect statement because the word decide. Second statement, the correct statement for second is UPSC is consulted, not UPSC has no right to decide the disciplinary matters affecting a person serving under the government of India in a civil capacity including memorial or petitions relating to such matters. Only government consult the UPSC and UPSC has no right to decide. So here first is correct and second is incorrect, so correct option is only 1, A. Question number 8, which is correct? First, in addition to these, the president can also remove the chairman or any other members of UPSC for misbehavior. However, in this case, the president has to refer the matter to the Supreme Court for an inquiry. Yes, first statement is correct. You can have a look on the question and options and you can answer by yourself. Statement second, if the court, that is Supreme Court, after inquiry upholds the cause of removal and advises so president can remove the chairman and or a member under the provisions made by the constitution and not by the parliament for their removal. So second is also incorrect statement. Third, the advice tendered by the Supreme Court in this regard is not binding on the prisoner. This is also incorrect statement because the advice tendered by the Supreme Court for the removal of members on the ground of misbehavior is binding on the president. That is, president has to listen the Supreme Court. Fourth statement, during the course of the inquiry of the Supreme Court, the president can suspend the chairman or members of UPSC. During the course of inquiry by the Supreme Court, the president can suspend the chairman or members of UPSC. Yes, this is correct. He can suspend during the course of inquiry. And for SPSC, during the inquiry, members of SPSC are suspended by the governor as they though they are removed by the president. So we asked for correct option. Here correct option is 1 and 4, only 1 and 4, A. Question number 9. Here you can have a look on the question and options and solve it. Statement first, which is correct? Statement first, in addition to this, the president can also remove the chairman or any other members of State Public Service Commission for misbehavior. However, in this case, the president has to refer the matter to the High Court for inquiry. This is wrong because for the SPSC also president, not governor, president has to refer the matter to the Supreme Court and not the High Court. For both SPSC and UPSC, president refer the matter for the ground of misbehavior to the Supreme Court. And this is also correct for members of NHRC and SHRC. Second statement, if the court after inquiry upholds the cause of removal and advises so, the president can remove the chairman or member under provision of constitution. Yes, this is correct and I have told you the explanation of this in the previous question. Third, the advice tendered by the court in this regard is binding not on the president, is not binding on the president, is not binding on the president. This is incorrect, because the advice tendered by the Supreme Court, by the court means the Supreme Court, in this regard means for removal on the grounds of misbehavior, is binding on the president. That is, the president has to listen the Supreme Court, and he has no other option. So third is incorrect statement. Fourth, during the course of inquiry by the Supreme Court, the president can suspend not the chairman. This is incorrect statement. I have told you the explanation of this already, and I am going to tell it once again. During the course of inquiry by the Supreme Court, governor, not president, governor can suspend the chairman and members of State Public Service Commission, though they are removed by the president. So we asked for correct. Here first is wrong, second is correct, and fourth is also incorrect. So only 2 is the correct option, B. Question number 10. Question number 10. You can have a look on the question and options and pause and solve. 10. Defining the term misbehavior in this context, the Constitution states that the chairman or any other members of the UPSC is deemed to guilty of misbehavior if he if he is concerned or interested in any contract or agreement made by the government of India or government of state. Second, if he participates in any way in profit of such contracts or agreements or in any benefit therefrom otherwise than as a member and in common with other members of incorporated company. Options only 1, only 2, none, both. Here correct option is both. Both are correct. Question number 11. Which is correct? You can have a look on the options, pause and solve. Statement first. In the case of UPSC, the Parliament has made the provisions to safeguard and ensure the independent and impartial functioning of the UPSC. Second, in the case of State Public Service Commission, the state legislature has made the provisions to safeguard and ensure the independent and impartial functioning of the State Public Service Commission. Here both the statements are incorrect. So nothing is correct. So correct option is none. Let's correct the first statement and second statement also. In the case of UPSC, for the first statement, in the case of UPSC, Constitution has, not Parliament, Constitution has already made the provisions to safeguard and ensure the independent and impartial functioning of the UPSC. And in the case of SPSC also, Constitution has made the provisions to safeguard and ensure the independent and impartial functioning of the State Public Service Commission. Question number 12. Which is incorrect? First statement. The chairman or a member of State Public Service Commission can be removed from office by the President only in the manner on the grounds mentioned in the Constitution. Therefore, they enjoy the security of tenure. Yes, first statement is correct. I already told you. Second statement. The chairman or member of UPSC can be removed from office by the President only in the manner on the grounds mentioned in the Constitution. Therefore they enjoy the security of tenure. Yes, this is also correct statement, because both chairman and members of both SPSC and UPSC are removed by the president, so they enjoy the security of tenure. Here we have asked for incorrect statement. Here both are the correct statement, so correct option is none, C. Question number 13. Which is incorrect? Pause and solve. Question number 13. Which is incorrect? First statement. The conditions of services of the chairman or a member of UPSC, though determined by the president, cannot be varied to his disadvantage after appointment. Yes, correct. Second, the conditions of service of the chairman and members of SPSC, though determined by the president, cannot be varied to his disadvantage after appointment. Yes, this is also correct. and we asked for incorrect. Both are correct, so answer is none. Here, no, you have to know the conditions of service of chairman and members of UPSC are determined by the president, and the conditions of service of chairman and members of SPSC are determined by the governor. So second is wrong and first is correct statements. So we ask for incorrect statement. So correct option is only 2, that is B is the correct option. In the second statement, here president is wrong word. Instead of president, governor should be over here in the second statement. So correct option is only 2 is incorrect, that is B. Question number 14, which is incorrect? Which is incorrect? First, the entire expenses including salaries, allowances, pension of the chairman and members of UPSC are charged on the contingency fund of India. Thus, they are not subject to vote of parliament. Second, the entire expenses including salaries, allowances and pension of the chairman and members of State Public Service Commission are charged on the consolidated fund of India. Thus, they are not charged. Thus, they are not subject to vote of parliament. You can have a look on the options. Second statement is incorrect. Why? Because here India is the incorrect word. Instead of India, state should be over here in the second statement. So let's correct the second statement. The entire expenses including salaries, allowances, pension of the chairman and members of State Public Service Commission are charged on the consolidated fund of state, not India. Consolidated fund of state, SPSC case, consolidated fund of state pay. Thus they are not subject to vote of parliament. All we know that the expenses from the consolidated fund, either it is of India or state, are not subject to vote of parliament and or state legislature. First statement, the entire expenses including salaries, allowances, pension and chairman and members of UPSC are charged on the consolidated, not contingency, consolidated fund of India. Thus they are not subject to vote of parliament. So both of these are incorrect statements. So our option is both D. Question number 15, which is true? First statement, both chairman and members of UPSC are not eligible for further employment under the state government or central government. Second statement, both chairman and members of State Public Service Commission are not eligible for further employment under the government or central under the state government or central government. You can have a look on the options here. First statement, are not eligible for further employment. Yes, first statement is correct, not eligible for further employment. Second statement is also correct. So correct option is both are true statement. D is the correct option. I have to tell you a thing here. The word employment and appointment are different. If we have given the statement like first and second, not eligible for further employment, then that statement is correct. And if we have given the statement they are not eligible for further appointment, then that statement will be wrong. Why? Because they are eligible. Both the chairman and members of both the SPSC and UPSC are eligible for further appointment, but on the different post of their previous, means they can appoint on the different post, but they are not eligible for further employment. I think it is clear to you. So here answer is both are correct statements. So this was the first part. If you feel that this video was beneficial to you, then you can like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon. And you can watch the remaining 3 parts of MCQs on these chapters, and they are also made on each and every line. So and also you can watch the MCQs like this on the chapters of all constitutional bodies on my channel, that is on UPSC tracker. So thank you and have a nice day.